Hey, and happy Thursday to you. Yes, it is Thursday. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's been a good week so far. This is David, where we talk about improving your health, wellness, and fitness by working on your body, mind, and spirit, balancing the triad. So today's topic, your accountability, came up because I was thinking about yesterday, is with accountability, there's a couple different ways you can do it. It could be public, it can be private with your friends, it could just be me, myself, and I. You're accountable to yourself. The bottom line is making sure you do what you say you're going to do, even if it's to yourself. Now, I've learned from a variety of people that are very successful. There are benefits, so there's pros and cons to being accountable to the public, to yourself. Let's kind of go through those a little bit. I got one person I follow. He's very big on public accountability. He wants to make sure you say it, get out there, that way you're held responsible. Other teachers, again, just very successful, go through and say if you do public accountability, sometimes it's not the best, because there are those that instead of encourage you, support you, make sure they're going to hold you accountable, they will simply be putting you down. They will not encourage you. They will be more negative about it, and which in turn just kind of brings you down and doesn't make you want to go through and do it. There is accountability partner. With that one there, it's making sure you got one person you trust, you don't want to let down, that you're going to be accountable. You check in maybe once a day, once a week to make sure you do what you say you're going to do. Now, if it's just to yourself, some of us can do that. Some of us can say, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep the promise to myself and follow through. And some of us, we say it and it just kind of goes back to the wayside. Part of the scheme, the idea for this is I mentioned yesterday that I was going to, because I'd mentioned it in past videos, probably over a month ago, that I had something I was going to go through and do with the session. So I actually did, just being up there, I did email the person I need to do a business strategy session with, and she got back to me. I haven't got to her reply yet, so then I can schedule the session. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week, but I'll just check the availability. But that's where it kind of came from. I realized being accountable, you got to say what you do. And part of that was, yeah, I said I was going to do that, so I did it. But you're going to have to figure out what works for you. It might be trial and error. It might be certain aspects, depending on what you're doing, they work both ways. So we're talking about health, wellness, and fitness. There are times where you say, okay, yeah, I'm going to go through. I want to work on getting better shape. I want to start exercising this week. And some examples where people can say, yeah, go for it. Keep it going. That's what you want to do. Hey, did you get your walk in today? Did you do this? They're going to support you. On the other end, hey, you've tried this before. What are you going to do this again? What's going on? It's too hot out there. You shouldn't be doing walking. Be careful. Take care of yourself. And sometimes it's well-intentioned, but the effect is it kind of brings you down. It's like, I don't want to hear that. And there are times that actually is malintentions. Kind of bring you down as well. Anyways, but I'm more of a private person, so I prefer to keep my stuff closed in. I don't want to necessarily say it out loud and be public about it. And for others, when they mention about being accountable to yourself or just to small people, don't mention it to public. Let your actions, let your results show what happens. So again, very successful people I've learned, multimillionaires that go both ways, public and private. What's going to be for you? That's going to be up for you to decide. Maybe, again, a little trial and error. And sometimes it might be a little hurt. Sometimes you might have to learn the hard way what's going to work for you. But try it out. But overall, most of us do need some type of accountability to say, hey, I said I'm going to do this. Now you got to make sure you're going to do it. Now, whether it's, again, public, to make sure people are going to hold you accountable, they might check into you, they might ask you what's going on, how's that working out. One person, one or two people that you check in once a week, once a month to make sure you're doing on track. Other ideas are to have something on, especially if it can be with someone else, and it can be accountability for each other. If you're both working on something, you can hold each other accountable and make sure you're doing what you say you're going to do. This is business, health, wellness, fitness. The other time is sometimes you're going to have a wager on the line. So if you don't do what you say you're going to do, you have to pay this. Now, it could be financial, or it could be something else. Maybe running around the street in a Speedo, donating something to a charity or sports team you don't like, or maybe you got to wear paraphernalia from the sports team you absolutely hate. So there's different aspects to go through and do that's going to hold you accountable and have something on the line. So again, it all depends on what works for you, and you're going to have to figure that out. But overall, it's finding something to make sure you're going to do what you say you're going to do. So figure that out. And if you're at least not for sure about what you're going to do, if you want some help on that, in the description there's a link to my free Facebook group where you get some free training there. Join it, go through it, realize get what you out of it, and leave the group. You don't have to stay in there if it doesn't work for you, but the options are there for at least to check it out. So let me know your thoughts on that. When have you been accountable yourself? When has it worked? And what ways have not worked for you? All right, I'll catch you tomorrow for Friday. Have a great time, and there goes the train by. So take care and balance into you. Bye-bye.